What's up? Welcome to another video. It's kind of like a vlog style one, but got a Honda Odyssey here. I'm going to be doing a bunch of work on. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about cars. I don't work on cars for a living. I sell parts. Got a set of plugs for it. Hopefully there's the right ones. Apparently there's two different engines on these cars. J35A6 and a J35A7. From what I've gathered, I don't know too much about Hondas. I'm sure someone can comment down below and let me know, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. But we're going to do a little tune-up on it. I might do the valve cover gaskets. I thought I smelled oil, but I'm starting to think it might be from the power steering. I guess these things commonly leak power steering fluid. It's pretty normal. First, I want to get the plugs out and make sure I got the right plugs. That's going to be the first start. I also got a cabin filter and an engine air filter to put in there. So, of course, you know, I got to start with the easiest thing, right? It's not that bad, but we already got a new one, so we'll do it anyways. Here's our fresh, brand new filter. Pop this sucker in there. Boom. Just so we're clear, someone did this before me, but it looks like someone snapped off the head of that screw. I'm not sure how you break off a metal screw in plastic, but you know, whatever. Some people are better mechanics than me. They'll show me how it's done, I guess. Alright, well, that's fixed. Here's my favorite spark plug tool ever. You can get this pretty much off any truck, but it's swiveling spark plug socket. Ugh, what a good tool. 10 out of 10 recommend if you do not have. Just throw it on a ratchet. There it is. So we got the long skinny boy style. Let's see if I got the right style or not. We got the wrong ones, so yay. Fun times, I get to go back to the store and get the right ones. Those are wrong. Before I go return the spark plugs, I got these I wanted to make sure the cabin filter was right. So in order to get the glove box down on the Honda Odyssey, you got these little clips that hold up in. So they feed in through here like this. And then they come in and they just clip in like that. So all you do is reach your finger up in there, pop these plastic tabs in, and then you just feed them out like that. And then your whole glove box will just drop down. Then you reach up in here and you got two tabs on either side. You get the cabin filter out, which this one's probably never been changed. So that way you can pull the cabin filter up out of this little basket that holds it. Out with the old. Pull it off a little bit and pull the new one out. So pull the new filter out. Want to make sure you get your airflow correct. See, airflow is pointing down, so you want to make sure you do the same thing. Airflow pointing down. And then put the new cabin filter in. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand while filming. But there you go, new cabin filter in. We can pop it in there. Let's pull this mouse nest out first. Okay, gross. Probably shouldn't touch that with my bare hands, but whatever. Looks good. Let's see another big leaf in there. Get that out of there. Everything looks good. That's your blower motor sitting there. And then we'll put that in. Boom. Cabin filter changed. Now we'll put these clips back in, or we'll put the glove box in first, and then we'll pop the clips in. And we'll be done with the cabin filter. Just want to take the time to say, you know, most people don't even know their cars have cabin filters. Pretty much every car after like 2002 has a cabin filter. I mean, even that 2000 Golf there has a cabin filter. So you should be doing your cabin filters routinely, at least every 36 months, at the very least every 36 months. If you live in highly dusty areas like the desert or anything like that, or you park under trees regularly, you should be doing it probably yearly, if not every, year and a half. This is a routine maintenance item. When it gets clogged up like this, what you end up doing is you put a lot of stress on your blower motor, and it could cause your blower motor to go out, and then you just lose AC altogether. Also, who wants to be breathing that in? Like, that stinks. It's gross. If your AC smells funny, it's probably because you need a new cabin filter. Alright, I don't know how you Honda guys do it. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But after 3 trips to the store and figuring out the plugs, we finally found a set that would work. But unfortunately, they're auto light, which is garbage, and it's not what I wanted. I wanted to get Denso, which is usually what Hondas run, but none of the stores had those in stock. So I'm blown away that you wouldn't have Denso plugs in stock. Anyways, just so I can show you what was wrong and what the difference is, and why I'm a little irritated that Honda would do this. I don't understand why we can't just have like the same plugs. I get Volkswagen's done this too, but they fixed themselves a little bit after a while after doing it. But this is so dumb. So you got 2 different style plugs here. We got, if I can get the camera to focus on it. So you got the long skinny one, and then you got the short fat one here. And for some reason, when you pull up the VIN, or not the VIN, but the model for this car, it gives you 2 options. It says J35A6 or J35A7. Now after looking up the 2, I would think that this would be an A6, so we did A6 first. That was the wrong plugs. So now I was like, alright, well we'll try A7. And I apologize if you hear the wind noise, it's got the wind picked up a little bit. So we tried the J35A7, that was also the wrong plug. So I'm like flabbergasted. I don't know if it's just the way their system is or what, but finally found the right set of plugs. So now I'm gonna try, sorry, the battery died. Things you gotta do as a YouTuber, have spare batteries, weird. Anyways, so now we got the right plugs. Going to attempt to finish this job and get the car back to the owner before it gets dark. Thankfully she has 2 cars, so actually she has 3 because she owns the truck back there too. So let's get this job underway and finally done. Who would have thought a Honda Odyssey could be such a frustrating job to do spark plugs on? I could have swore the J32s were a pain in the butt because I think the intake was over the coil packs if I'm not mistaken, but it's been so long since I've touched one of those, I could be completely wrong and someone could correct me down in the comments. But let's get back to this turd, which isn't that bad, just was a pain in the ass to find the plugs. Kind of weird that I had to take the coolant reservoir out just to get these coil packs out. But now that we got them out, let's get these things out, let's get the plugs out, get some new ones in there. Yeah, these things are starting to get a little bit of corrosion built up on them pretty good. I don't know how old they are. They're NGKs, which are better than auto lights. Oh, let me take this time to mention our new sponsor. It's no one, because I'm not sponsored. Hey, so feel free to reach out if you want to sponsor. I'm open to ideas. With the exception of Temu. Temu keeps reaching out to me to try and get me to do more of their videos. But I don't know if I really want to do that. Let's make sure to cross thread these in there so that they're good and tight. And never come loose on anyone. God, this is going to be a really boring video. If you made it this far in the video, tell me why you're here. Also, like and subscribe. But tell me why you're here. Leave me a comment. I want to know what kept you here this far in the video. Is it because you know me? Is it because you're interested in this specific work? Is it because you're bored and there was nothing else to watch? Or is it because you're asleep and my video got recommended while you're sleeping? Let me know down below in the comments. Obviously, if you're sleeping, you won't be able to do that. Alright, halfway done. Got 3 cylinders to go. Oh, ha! Ha ha ha! Because I'm trying to put it on backwards. Oh, just ignore me. I'm a fucking idiot. It doesn't work on Hondas ever. And I know nothing about how to work on Hondas. And I don't claim to ever know anything about working on Hondas. Ooh, thunder! This metal one. In there, like... it's supposed to lock in. Maybe this is supposed to lock in with this. I somehow got it out without it, but don't know how I did that, but I did that. I did that. I'm just good like that. I'm not. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't claim to be a mechanic. That's why I don't get paid to do this. I just do it for content. because people want to see people do it. So who's the weird one? The one filming himself doing it, or the one watching someone do it? Consider it educational purposes only. Don't worry. I can't see who watches the videos, but I can see who likes them. I'm kidding. I can't see who likes the videos either. I can only see comments, but nobody comments anyways. Hey, but what you could do is buy some merch, because that's down there. It's in the shop down, you know, below at the bottom. There's merch there you can buy. Believe it or not, my small YouTube channel has merch. Try not to drop these very specific nuts. At least the J35 comes with this nice elbow rest for you to rest your elbow on while you're working on their cars. That's very convenient of them. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Since I'm not a Honda tech, what's other common issues with the J35? Leave a comment below and let me know so I can let the owner of this car know and hopefully give her some preventative maintenance that I can fix for her. I don't know what the common problems are with these things. I don't know how hard the timing belts are to do on these things, but I'm sure people in the comment section do. I'll show you something interesting about this Honda Odyssey. It's kind of unique-ish. Well, the last coil pack doesn't come out because the heater core control valve is in the way. But here, let me show you something unique about this thing. This van is a mobility van, and it has accessibility for handicapped people. So it's got an entire section back here for handicapped ability. It's got a ramp that comes out the side so that you can roll your wheelchair right on up in there. That's kind of unique, weird, obscure. And no, it's not made by Braun Mobility Van. I actually don't know who made this one. Hey, we got the last coil pack out. Just so you have an idea, I had to move this this heater valve. I had to unbolt it so I can get it up in the air and get the coil to go up underneath it. So that's what I was doing right there, if you were wondering. Not too bad. Come out pretty easy. I think the back cylinders might have been easier than the front, to be honest. I'm sorry if my big fat elbow's in the way. I'll probably edit most of this out. Alright, there we go. Done. Installed. Finished. As the thunder rolls. Before I send her down the road with this car, I want to double check and make sure that the timing belt is good on it. This car has a timing belt, which kudos to Honda, because timing belts are superior. I don't care what anybody says. Timing belt I would rather do every 60 to 80,000 miles than timing chains, because a timing belt usually costs around $20 to $40. An entire timing chain setup costs almost upwards of $1,000. So I'll take my timing belts any day of the week as someone who does the job themselves. Now, timing chains are supposed to last a lot longer, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So, I mean, look at all the GMC Acadias and Equinoxes that have timing chain failures at 120,000 miles, and you need a whole engine because you weren't aware that you even needed a timing chain. You didn't know that was a serviceable thing, because they tell you it's lifetime for some reason, which is the biggest scam of all scams. But what do I know, right? I'm just some guy. I'm just some dude. It's in pretty good shape. I don't see any cracks. I don't see any stresses. I mean, it's pretty decent. So we'll order a new belt, and next time I'm ready to service this thing, we'll do a timing belt on it anyways, just to be sure. Well, there you go. We got another car fixed and ready to drive on down the road, even though there really wasn't anything wrong with it. But that's done. We can give her car back. Go wash my hands, drive it on over there, drop it off for her, put my ton away. Now it's time for me to talk Ryan into going on down to the shop and fixing his Jetta, because he has a Jetta wagon that we're doing a VR6 5-speed swap on, and it has been parked for so long. I mean, we're talking, it has been in the same spot for like 3.5 years, and it's been parked for, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years. It's been just parked, wasting away. So let me go convince him that we need to go down to the shop and put the suspension on his car so it can actually be on its wheels and roll around, and then we can drop the engine and trans in it. And then we can get that car over here so I can start working on it.